A section of the office of the head of service of the Federation building in Abuja has been gutted by fire. Eyewitnesses say the fire was first noticed around 8:20 a.m. with thick smoke billowing from the affected parts of the structure. The incident reportedly occurred in Section C of the building within the head of service complex. Staff members were seen evacuating the area as emergency responders were alerted to contain the situation. The media department of the office of the head of service of the Federation confirmed the incident, saying the fire outbreak was confined to Section C and that emergency officials were already working to bring the situation under control. And now News Central's Charles Pius is on standby for updates on this. Charles, can you describe the current situation at the head of service building and how extensive the fire appears to be?
Update you regarding that. Members of staff of the head of service have all dispersed. There's scanty movement around. Earlier, before now, we saw the sections of the road actually being blocked. We also saw emergency responders, just like you mentioned in your intro. We had the police, we had the NEMA, we had the NSCDC, we had the other law enforcement agencies basically being on ground to checkmate what's actually going on. If you look right behind me, you would see shattered windows. We cannot really tell the extent of damage that the fire has done, but just behind me you could look at the fourth floor, you see shattered windows. We also heard about some documents that have also been destroyed, some computers, some office equipment have also been destroyed. Earlier when we came around, we saw some members of staff and we're asking them the reasons or what may have caused the fire. And preliminary, what we hear is that most likely is an issue from technical faults from computer AC units, but the real report about the incident hasn't been ascertained. But preliminary on the ground, we're hearing that there is some sort of damage that has been done on an AC units from the office. That's what we're hearing on the ground. Blessings.
So, are there any reports of injuries or casualties among staff or the emergency responders?
Well, yeah, earlier we spoke to some of the emergency responders with the NEMA. NEMA was here earlier, and then he, as the head of operations for the FCT, National Emergency Management Agency, actually, he told us that there's no death, there's no casualty regarding this particular incident. But as soon as they received the call earlier in the morning around 8 a.m., they sent their men down here to check with what's going on, basically. So we talk about the fact that we also saw the Deputy Director of the Federal Fire Service for the FCT. He was here earlier, giving us some updates. He also said that they were on time. I mean, kudos to be given to them because, of course, this is a central area, and the distance between here and their office is actually very, very close. So they responded swiftly. I'm sure that's part of the reasons why the fire wasn't, that much. That much damage was not really done, except for the black smoke that we saw on the building, and of course some of a quick extent of how they were able to put out the fire. Blessings.
All right, Charles Pius there on the fire outbreak in Abuja and what the current situation is.